on, man? It's my birthday weekend.
Woo!
Well, not this weekend, but next weekend coming up.
It's his birthday month.
Nah, I'm not that.
It's his birthday month.
You know. What's going on, man? Calvin here.
I'm Yasmine.
We gotta talk. We just had a 2-month celebration before we got on camera. Shout out to OrigineL Productions, man. LaRon Henderson, if you need any video photography, videography, hit my man up.
You need your brand managed? Let him manage it. If you need a dog, you can get a dog. You can get everything here.
So what's up, man? How was your week, Yasmine?
So good. So many good things. I got Cardi B rap snacks.
Okay, how was those?
I haven't eaten them yet because I'm scared that once I eat them, like, that part of me is going to take over, and I've done really good about.
Just a simple way of showing you how people can make anything.
I bought them only because Cardi B was on the bag.
You really mess with Cardi B like that?
Yeah.
I respect her hustle. I really don't like her like that.
You know what I love? Like, she has a lot of teeth in her mouth now, and so it sounds weird when she talks, but like, she's so authentic. Like, and you have to give it to her because she gives you, like, you can see her without makeup. You can see her, like, she'll tell you, like, I ain't showered in 3 days because I'm out here grinding. Like, it's so personable, and I think a lot of people don't give themselves to people like that.
Yeah, I guess that. That's what I'm saying. I can respect her hustle. I do respect that she is authentic. I just think she be doing a lot sometimes.
You like your business, you and your husband's business should not be everybody's business, and I think that piece is a lot. But I mean, she's something. She has cheddar barbecue chips. Like, who doesn't eat cheddar barbecue chips?
Those are rap snacks, and she wasn't the first one on the bag. And
she
mind
was
you,
on the cheddar barbecue, yes, she was.
Was Romeo Miller who's like
never bought his rap snacks?
Was that the Migos deal? Who did that first? Do you remember?
Don't know, but the Migos chips are nasty.
You had them before?
Yep. I
ain't really had none of those rap snacks actually.
Well, I had to go like on the Squeezers sells them. Shout out to Squeezers, I love them. But I was like on the west side for my 5K and bought rap snacks.
How was that? I saw you was there.
It was Caucasian.
Okay.
My mom was like, "Hey, let's go for a run," and I was like, "Cool." And then she signed us up, and I forgot about it. And so I'd like been in the gym, but I was like strength training. So it was like, "Hey, let's run 3.2 miles."
Strength training.
Shout out to my mom for boosting me today. We in the gym. Yes. So it was a lot, but my baby ran the whole way. She walked some of it. I'm hyping, but she like didn't stop. We had a wagon. Cause I was like, she's gonna give out. My baby was like, nah, I know ho.
So y'all was like riding on the bike?
We were running.
Oh no, I couldn't do it.
She did the whole time, and she saw the other little kids running, so she didn't want to be no punk, so she didn't sit down the whole time.
You know what's funny? I ran cross country when I was in middle school.
No, he didn't.
I did.
Oh.
And I actually won 6th place out of like 211 students.
6 gets a ribbon.
Yeah, I got one in my house. I got medals. I got medals.
But you got a ribbon for that race.
No, I got a medal for that.
For 6th place?
Yes. Do you know how hard it is to be 6th place out of 211 students?
Bring it next show.
I'll bring it. You gotta tell me twice, partner. Sheesh.
The 6th place medal is the new pinky ring.
I haven't worn it for 2 weeks. I'm a changed man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what's changed? Tell us about your week. How are you?
What
is this new Calvin? Okay, his car is washed and waxed. Okay, I thought it was a different car. I had no idea. His hair is cut, his knees are out, and look at him because that's cocoa butter. That's not regular lotion. I'm just trying to figure out what happened this week.
I am glowing.
What happened? You are.
Man, nothing. I mean, you know.
Okay.
Paycheck came in.
All right.
Had to take care of some other things. Mm-hmm. Seen my daughter Friday. You know. It's been. I mean, it's just good, man. I like the. I guess you would say the pattern of life right now.
Okay.
You know, it's just really developing my routine, which we're gonna get into. But I'm developing my routine, and I'm just liking it. I know what I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Know what I do on the weekends. You know, it's a routine.
Lifestyle ambassador on the weekends.
You know what? That is actually. I talked to somebody on live. It's called. I am a lifestyle enthusiast. Enthusiast.
Words are hard.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I actually have a great catalog of words, but some words I just have a hard time saying.
Yeah, can't relate.
I have a bar right here. But let's get to today's topic, Yasmine. So,
end of quarter one.
Yeah, we're about to head into the second quarter of the year. We need to talk about how's your resolutions going, right? January 1st, you made this commitment to yourself, your family, your friends on things you were trying to accomplish in 2019. We just trying to do a check-in on how those are looking, what holding people accountable, drive, making sure we keep that drive going, and then also reversing, meaning that if you started your year, we're about to go into April, what do we need to reverse? What were some of the things that we thought we needed to do this year that is kind of looking like we don't need to actually do it this year? So that's what we're here to discuss today, So how's them resolutions going, right?
What was your main resolution? Like top of your list that you can share?
To get my clothing brand at Walmart.
How's that going?
It's going pretty well. I like to prepare well for things, so therefore when that day comes, there's like no argument why I'm not in the Walmart. So I'm trying to make sure that all of my my what is that, crossing all my dots and T's, or crossing all my T's,
crossing all my T's, dotting all my I's.
There
words
you
are
go.
hard.
I'm just doing that, so therefore once I have that meeting, which, just to shout out to everybody that don't know this, it's actually, I ain't gonna say it's fairly easy to get into Walmarts, but if you were actually interested in putting a brand or putting some type of clothing or merchandise into Walmart, it's not as hard as people think it is.
Is it like a local thing? Like, do you?
It's a local thing. It's so basically there's a Walmart here on Rigsby, and it's kind of like a franchise, it's like a franchise company. So you'll have somebody that owns that store. So all you really have to do is come up with a bomb business plan, a way of benefits for the company and yourself. And sometimes if you're not able to produce what they are gonna ask you for, so you don't meet the expectation, that's when they get more of the dollar. But if you come to them with an actual business plan, this is how I'm gonna bring it to you. Hey, I need 10,000 shirts. Okay, here it is. Versus saying I don't have that capability. That's when they're able to take over a little bit of the dollar. But you get into, say if I get into Rigsby's Walmart, they say, Calvin, we'll put your merchandise in our store. I could use that cloud, go to the one on Foster. Then I could use that cloud, go to the one. I'm already in 2 Walmarts. I was just seeing if this business plan will work in your Walmart. And being that my brand is so broad in terms of it saying San Antonio's very own, it could go everywhere in San Antonio. So that was really one of my biggest resolutions, to make sure that I actually focus on getting that for real.
And we're killing it. This would be a really good time for the pinky.
What was one of yours?
I think for me, the biggest thing in 2019 was just evaluating. A big part of it was the why. So being with the why, just figuring out what I want to do with the why. Figured it out.
And the why meaning the YMCA.
Yeah. Because I knew I wasn't happy, but I was making a lot of money. And so getting myself out of debt in 2018, just setting myself up to, if I walk away, be able to. And
she has been sustaining.
Yes.
And mind you, perfect example of you were driving and then you had to reverse a little bit, right? You were, so tell us about that. You drove into 2019 saying, this is what I'm going to do at the Y. Then, what made you reverse?
I'm not going to lie. So I got the job. When I took the job, I was like, I shouldn't take this job because I'm going to hate it. But I took it anyway because it was a decent amount of money. Took the job. I said, I'm only going to be there for a year. So after a year of making X amount of dollars, I was like, I don't really want to walk away from this, because I knew when you step away, the hustle and the grind is going to be different. I didn't have to work hard to do my job, because it was just, I had been with the wife for 6 years. I knew. They paid me to talk to people, right? And so when I was like, okay, I'm going to walk away in a year. So when that year mark came, I was like, nah, I'm going to give it another year, because I was comfortable. And I think me being ridiculous and irrational worked out, because I was like, F this, whatever. And then afterwards, I was like, oh, no, I'm going to have to work harder, which isn't a bad thing. But I think my irrationality help me get out of that space. But I was comfortable. But when I looked at like the grand scheme of things, I was building something for someone else. I made the Y too much money. Yeah. Like I positioned the Y's brand. I did all of this stuff for the Y, stuff that I was fully capable of doing for myself, but it left me no time or energy, one, to invest in Anaya, which is ultimately my legacy, but also like the brand and all of these things that I was building. I had nothing left. I was making somebody else rich.
Yeah, for sure.
Who didn't care less, because my job was posted 3 days after I left the Y. Yeah, they don't care. Like you're a number, right? Yeah. And you know that because fired people all the time. Yeah, people left all the time, right? And it was just you leave. Like when you tell me you gotta go, you put your 2 weeks in. I'm already posting your job because you're just numbers. Yeah. And just knowing that, like, it was time to go. And so I don't think I had a plan when I like left the Y, but it worked out.
It did, because I mean, clearly you started your, the website, the brand is going well. So I mean, that's why I was like said in the middle of the beginning of the topic, where it's like sometimes you gotta reverse. Yeah. Now what's the drive? Mm-hmm. Now you reversing. What's the drive? What's next? Like, so that's kind of where I was trying to. And I mean, that was a perfect example of what we were trying to talk about today. I'm pretty.
Get very out of it. I think it's just easier. I think when you walk away from something, I think people are scared of entrepreneurship or branching out. But if you set yourself up, which is what we're talking about today, like you're good. I made sure I was debt free, all of this stuff. And even now, like I bought a car yesterday, but like I have the first year in the bank, and so just making sure that I'm prepared for things like that. Yeah. But it's energizing to build your own stuff. Like when I go to work at the Y for 8 hours, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, that's dope. Because actually this, I think a couple of weeks ago, I was helping a friend build a closet. Mm-hmm. And it was fun to me. Like, I was like, bro, like, I think I heard LaRon say this one time, like, building is fun, right? So it's just, I think that a lot of people get misconstrued.
He just wanted y'all to know he could say big words. He struggled through those first couple, so he just wanted y'all to know your boy got vocabulary.
But I'm just saying, I do, because I listen to my mentors a lot, and I feel like a lot of the things that they say resonate with me. Resonate.
Out of here.
But I'm just saying, a lot of the things that they do say resonate with me. So I hear one of my mentors, shout out to Justin the lawyer. He's my mentor's best friend, lawyer partner in the company that they own. He mentions that a lot, where it's like, you get a job, work, do what you got to do, obviously, but it's going to come a time where you need to separate yourself from that. You need to go find out what's the best for you, what's good for you. Obviously, you did that, where you saved your money, you got what you needed from them in terms of what you were getting, which is the money, the experience, know how to talk to different people, etc. And now that's put you on a platform to now be able to say, look, my first year, I'll be able to make it, right? But if you put the same 9 to 5 energy that you put into your job, into yourself, where from 9 to 5, you're literally in the house. All right, I'm working on my website. I'll take a lunch at 11. I'll take another lunch at 2. And then after that, I'm grinding from 2 to 3 or 2 to 5. Yeah. Like, my mentor is big on that. The first thing when I aspired to go to law school, he was like, Calvin, if you treat this like a job, you'll pass law school the first time out. If you just wake up 9 o'clock, wherever time you have classes or whatever, and you treat this like a job where you're working from here to here, I'm a read books from such and such and such and such. You'll succeed in anything as long as you put that in yourself. Yeah. And I mean, I'm proud of you, but like I said, with the people that need to work on them things, you just got to really be prepared. And one thing that he told me as well is just preparation is important. Like, people do not understand how preparation is like the biggest thing you could do is prepare for what's to come. And I know I have a dope brand. I know you have a dope brand. So it's not about people liking it, right? It's gonna be the moment where people are like, Yasmine, I want you to come do all of our clothing. I want you to come do all of our t-shirts. Are you prepared for that moment? Right. And I feel like if you do have that resolution that you had to reverse from at this moment, it's time to back up, prepare for your next drive. Like, whatever. I was about to use it.
Whoa. Whoa. I think for me, it was redefining success too, because for so long, success had a dollar amount. Mm-hmm. And when you transition to working for yourself, it's not going to be that dollar amount when you initially start.
Facts.
Right. And people think like, oh, I'll work for myself. It's going to be, no, like, it used to be like, oh, I'm going to take my YMCA credit card. I'm going to swipe this. Like, none of those transactions had me.
Sweat equity.
What? None of that. None of that. Now it's, I'm investing my time, my money, my resources, all of this. I am literally pouring into this thing. And I had to redefine success, because if you put a dollar amount on it, right, you're going to be unsuccessful for a really long time. But I think looking at my metrics differently and really analyzing what my goals were, why I'm doing it, understanding my why, helped me. Because when I first left, I was like, woo, I'm in this thing, right? About 2 weeks later, I was like, should I get a job? Am I okay? Like, am I, right? And I'm still okay, right? I still have money. I can still do whatever I wanted to do. Credit score is still popping. Brother, she's still in the 730s. But, I got nervous.
You know what's funny? Only people with good credit loves to.
I love yelling my credit. Okay, because my credit wasn't bad, but like I didn't have credit.
Not saying as if mine is like just.
And then I messed it up for a little bit, so we had a rocky. But now 730. What? We're not worried about body count. What is your credit score?
So I was talking to one of my clients on the phone, and like, so for what I do at work, like I do retention for large companies, right? So we do this thing where if we're trying to get them on a new product or something like that, I'm like, look, this is what we need to do after read this disclosure to you. And I say, we're going to have to initiate a credit check to see if, whatever. And dude just says, look, man, my credit, man, I'm impressed with it. Do whatever you got to do. I'm like, look, all right.
That's feel.
Oh, and lo and behold, 0 down, nothing had to come out. He's just like, yeah, man, whenever I get asked for my credit score or do initial credit check or whatever, I just say, what? Go ahead. It's fine,
Hello.
But I mean, that's good. That's good.
That's good. Yeah, so definitely have to redefine success. And it was a battle. Well, it wasn't for like 2 weeks, and I got like nervous, and I was like, I'm fine. But I think we're so conditioned to like depend on other people to make it. And I didn't, like, and you don't think about it, but when I was finally like, oh, I'm going to do my own thing, I was like, it's just me.
Yeah.
In the security of, like, getting a paycheck, I understand why people don't follow their dreams and their passions. Because the security of I didn't have to think about it. Like, I knew, like,
what was coming.
I'm blowing all of this month because it's coming. And now it's like,
yeah, pause.
Is it going to come? Are you going to get up? Are you going to work on it? Are you going to do all this stuff? It's coming. And it made me reevaluate just me in general. But also, like, I understand why people don't pursue things, because it is, and then the world scares you, right? The world, you never know what's going to happen.
And see, for me, it was never like that. I've never been scared of anything. Like, I don't have no bone in my body is nervous to do anything in terms of what I want to do. Like, if it's business, I'm not scared to just put out there like, hey, look, we doing this next week. Yeah. I'm not scared of it. So it's like, for me, it's like you're never gonna know anything until you try. But the thing that I know I've built, my mom has helped me with, my who can, cow can thing, like that's an actual thing. It's me encouraging myself. Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody else says. If I ask my question, who can do this? Cal can do this, bro. Like, I don't really care if I think such and such could do it, and I think that's one thing that's been to my benefit. Whereas I just never been scared of anything. Yeah. Never been scared. I don't care how it's gonna make me look. I don't care what nobody has to say, because I'm comfortable within my own skin.
Stand up at Melanin in the Morning.
A lot of people don't think I was just telling LaRonda, I'm like, bro, I got like 5-6 people in my DMs right now, like, Cal, like, bro, you're not doing that. I said, I am. Like I am. Like, this is getting done, bro. And like you said, what is the title of my stand-up comedy tour?
What's the tour? Don't judge. It's a tour.
We
got one date and it's a tour.
Hey, look, this is about to. No, I'm just playing. This
escalated so quick. Oh
this my! This is not a tour, but this is definitely. Hey, look, don't judge. That's what the comedy tour is. Catch me at your local city, San Antonio, the east side of San Antonio, the west side. Converse. Yeah, we might go to the,
Universal City.
Hey, look, I'm confident and I'm comfortable in my skin. So when I do things, I really don't care. It's just really about,
But where does that come from? Because we live in a society where people are so dependent on other people's opinion, right? Social media, all of that stuff. Everything is based on popular opinion. So where does that come from when you talk about drive and stuff like that?
I mean, to be honest, I think that my mom just did a beautiful job.
Come on,
Like,
Josette.
yeah, I think she just did me being raised by my mom.
Yeah.
It was more so she knew that she had the hardest task of America, which is raising a black man, right? So she had to always make sure that, I would get down on myself bad. Like when I go through stuff that I may make a mistake. So I'll give you one little small example. We was playing Judson when I was in high school. We beat them actually.
They did it.
We definitely did. My senior year, we beat them, and I scored like 18 points. I had like 6 assists. We got off the bus, and my coach, his name is Coach Sweet. He was like, we was about to play Judson again because we played the teams twice. The day before we played Judson again, he brought me to his office. He was like, Calvin, I don't need you to do what you did last game. I need you to get people involved. You're a point guard. We need you to lead, and we need you to give these other people opportunities to score. Boy, I got out the office. I went home. I was like, bro, is Coach stupid? Like, why is he telling me not to do something that the last time I did it, it was successful? Mm-hmm. And I beat myself up. I went to practice the next day. He didn't even start me. Like, I was throwing bad passes. Mm-hmm. I was just being very just out of it. Mm-hmm. And my mom just told me, she was just like, Calvin, don't forget who you are. Like, don't forget what you do. Don't let him get you down on yourself and stuff like that, because you got to remember who you are. Remember why you've been starting. Remember why you have been the best point guard at East Central since you've been there, and all this stuff like that. Like, so she was really good at reminding me of who I am. Mm-hmm. But, I think that was what led me into just being a confident young man and really not scared of failure, because at least I know my mama loved me. You know what I mean? So as long as I know somebody loves me, I'm good. I don't need everybody
Remembering
else to
your why is huge.
Yeah, for sure.
Why.
For sure. And I think that's what, I've told myself. It's never been easy to continue to do those things, but I just think that self-confidence, self-love is important. And when you get those things, I think that is what will propel you to be like, you know what? I'm not scared to go on and do my own business. I'm not scared to go on and do these things, because somebody's gonna still love me. Somebody's still gonna support me, etc. So, I mean, that's how.
And if they don't, right, you do. And I think that's what. If nobody else is left, know that you are doing it for you, and that should be your motivation. Somebody texted me yesterday, and they were talking all this noise, and I was like, it can't be about anybody else. And they're like, well, if you, and I'm like, it can't be about me. It has to be about what you want to do and how you feel and your drive and love for the situation. It can't have me involved.
Facts. And one of my we just went to Top Golf the other night, and I was like,
Yoo-hoo!
A couple of my coworkers.
We will have the footage on this video of Calvin's Top Golf swing.
Did you go?
I did go.
It was like a birthday thing.
I gave some lessons out.
Yeah, he's actually. This is my first time seeing him.
It was like a birthday thing.
No.
It was Saturday.
Yeah, it was Saturday. Yeah. But anyway.
Don't let me find out. Y'all celebrated without me.
He definitely did not do anything.
There's a cake in there and Top Golf footage. It sounded like a celebration.
Anyway, we was at Top Golf, and I was doing a lot for others, and I was telling the person I was with, I was like
trying to give golf lessons?
No,
okay.
Just doing for others,
have
a good time. I got, majority of stuff like that. And so he was like, no, basically I just was saying that, my mentor also told me, before you get money or whenever you get money, you're just only going to be a bigger person of who you are.
Yes.
And I love the person I think I'm going to be.
Yes. But I think, biblical, right? If you can be trusted with little, you can be trusted with much. And I think people are like, when I get big, I'm going to. Yeah. No, when you get big, you're going to do the same thing you're doing now.
Yeah,
if you're lazy now, when you're not going to get big. But let's say it happens, right? Yeah. You're going to be lazy when you get big. Money isn't going to change anything. Money, like I'm saying, money is energy. Money is a byproduct of all of the hard work and stuff. And it's just energy transferred. It's not anything that comes because, or is going to come because anything magical or mythical. Like, you have to put in the work.
Got a question for you. How's your accountability been with your friends, with yourself, in terms of resolutions of 2019, other than the why? Has there been anything that somebody had to brush you up on and be like, Yaz, you're not doing what you said you was going to be doing? Or is it somebody that you had to kind of correct and be on some, hey, look, you asked me to be accountable for you. You're not performing. What's going on? Let's check in.
One of my big things was keeping all of my commitments. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm very good at like, oh, this ain't gonna work, I don't have time. Calvin is always like, let's go. Mm-hmm. So he does not let me skip anything, which is super ridiculous. But I do. So there's somebody I talk to daily that holds me accountable. At the beginning of the month, we go over our goals. Like, hey, what's your goal this month? Like, what are we doing? Like, how we grinding? How we building this month?
Okay, boy.
That's a huge thing, though, and I appreciate that, because at the end, I didn't know February had 28 days, because I was like, it's Black History Month every day. He was like, nah, today's the end. What are your goals for March?
Well, let's check up for March. What's
and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't set goals, but holding me accountable to set goals. And to be totally honest, like, since I've just changed kind of like my trajectory and just been more focused on like business and building and being intentional, I've lost so many people, and people that I've come into 2019 and being like, oh my gosh, we're gonna build, or want to do this. Like, people have fallen off because like, you want to be in the club and you want to be at anything and you want to be at all these places. Nah. What did LaRon say?
Watching this was at anything this weekend. She's talking to you.
Everybody. Everybody. Like LaRon said, my resources are allocated, and my resources include my time, my energy.
That's a strong statement.
My resources are allocated, and I love DJ OrigineL plug. He did.
Love today. What is it, my birthday?
He did. I said something about his birthday, and he was like, no, my resources are allocated, and that is so.
That's strong.
That's such a powerful statement.
That
Even
is.
to people like. People are so self-serving. Most people be like, nah, it's my birthday, we're turning up. But this year, my resources are allocated, and that includes my time and my money. Mm-hmm. So you're not getting it. If I know we're going to talk about, like, who you trying to be with and my resources are allocated. Mm-hmm. I don't have the time, the energy, the money, none of that. And
I want to first applaud, whoever the person is, like, to actually have an interest invested in a person, where they're like checking in and like, hey, look, it's the 28th. What are we doing for March? What are we doing? Like, that's big, because at least you have a person that's actually like invested in your energy, where they're like, hey, look, you told me that you wanted to do this. What are we doing? Yeah. Right. So I think that's so important, man. Like, to have somebody that's gonna hold you accountable. And the reason why I ask that is because, like you say, you just took a reverse, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you reverse, you hit something behind you. You got to call somebody, so it takes you longer to get back in drive. So it's like the fact that you're in reverse right now, and you're like, you're about to go back in the drive, but you have somebody that's right there with you. Like, look, I'm with you with that reverse time. You took a reverse. I'm right here with you.
Big love, because
that's for real.
It's a big love, because it was like, what you do today? Oh, bro, that's my job.
That is a transition. Look, I ain't even about to put my credentials out there, but I used to work at USA. I got separated from the company, and I was like probably depressed for the first 2 weeks, like literally on the balcony, just looking through the night, just like.
It was not that dramatic, but it was dramatic. It was dramatic.
You see that star right there?
It was dramatic. It wasn't that dramatic, though.
You start finding out things about the stars, like, that's the line. That's the Ryan's belt.
What is Orion's belt? The lion's belt.
You never see Men in Black?
Not lately.
Oh my gosh. Well, in Men in Black, basically the cats, like, they're talking about Orion's belt and all that stuff like that.
It's not the lion's belt, though.
Ryan's.
It's not Ryan
it's
either.
Orion's.
It's okay.
Whatever.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Whatever. But anyway, I just think that's bomb. I think that's dope to have. So like you say, if y'all have any people that y'all are holding accountable, we're in March, and like you say.
Wait. Screw.
What happened?
Who's holding you accountable?
I mean, I think me and LaRon hold each other accountable in ways where we'll have check-up conversations.
You might hear about that. You know where we're going with this.
Oh, no, I don't have one of those.
What are one of those?
bro, come on, bro. You're diving. You're reaching for stuff. It's not
He told himself. I just wanted to know who he was.
I think I have a core of friends.
Yeah.
Laurent being my best friend, that we actually stay in contact. We talk about goals, things we trying to do, and I just think like right now, I don't know what it is about 2019. I just think that there's so much positivity going on, where it's just like everybody that's talking, and maybe because I do have my new career, maybe because I have this fresh vibe going on right now, but I just feel like I've literally been focused this year. Like I said, I'm getting a house in May. And for me, it's just I'm starting to become an actual grown man. Like it's no longer, playtime for me.
Can you play Avant grown ass man?
I hope you know you're dealing with a grown man. I'll show you.
No. But I'm just saying, I just feel like what a lot of people need to realize though is that people need to have endurance, right?
Yes.
And one thing my mentor told me a long time ago is just like, timing is everything, and a lot of people don't have endurance. Where you can have something in front of you that's actual, like something that you can actually touch and grab. But if you're not willing to go through the ups and the downs and kind of like weigh it out and just go through the 12 rounds, you're gonna get knocked out in the 6th, 7th round where you're like, I'm here, I'm good, I'm jabbing, I'm moving. You're surviving, cool. Yeah. But in the 7th round, if you didn't run enough and you didn't get that energy, he gonna punch you and you just gonna fall. So it's like people need to develop endurance, be able to go through trials, go through tribulations, and then be able to step up and prevail from where they are. So
I think in our generation that is so huge because we are so conditioned to like getting things instantly, and we live in a culture that's like, if I don't get it instantly, like I'm on to the next. And so that is, I think most people in our generation who run into problems, it's because they don't have that. It's I hit a roadblock or some kind of obstacle, and it's like, cool, well, I'm gonna go back to the why. Stay calm every 1st and 15th, but having that endurance and pushing through it and really understanding, like you said, like your mom said, hey mom, who you are and why you're doing it gives you a bigger picture, because we can always look at like the paycheck, but like people are literally selling their souls and selling themselves. Like these jobs are killing us. Like my job was literally killing me, and it was like, I cannot feel like this. Like I was a health and wellness director, and I was probably the unhealthiest I've ever been in my life. I've been in the gym as the run. That was the unhealthiest I'd ever been in my life. And so we're literally killing ourselves for a paycheck. And so yes, building sucks, because when you're just looking at like bricks and cinder blocks and dirt, like you don't see a house, but putting the work.
And I would actually use a piece from and I might not say this correctly, but I was listening to the 48 Laws of Power on YouTube, and one of the biggest or main laws is to always make the enemy feel like they're winning when they're actually losing, right? So it's like allowing this person to feel as if they're, ahead in the race and going further and doing these things, and you actually just know that as soon as I come and have my out party, it's a wrap,
But we're so concerned with clout, like we don't do that well. As soon as we like think of an idea, we like, we gonna be number one on.
And that's what we was talking about.
Build in silence.
2 shows ago, where I was talking about how I told Laurent, like at the beginning, where I used to move in silence, where I would just be like, bro, they don't need to know. They don't need to know. And for the most part, like you're getting to a level where you want to give people information, you want to give them ideas and stuff like that, but have a coming out party. Like just relax, chill, be silent, do what you do. Because like I said, a lot of people don't know what my actual goal is or my actual plans are. They just see, like I just got a text message earlier. I said, he was like, so what you doing next weekend for your birthday? I sent him my little comedy show thing. He was like, bro, I was just about to say, this nigga do everything. I'm like, nah, bro. You just seeing a little, like, nah, this is nothing. I'm just doing fun stuff, bro. Like, it's not really who I am. It's not what I'm really trying to do. Y'all may think this is what I'm doing, bro. You have a rude awakening on your hands. You really do.
People have to learn that though. Like build in silence, because then you take your L's in silence. Yeah, you're gonna take your dubs in silence, but when it all comes together, like then you just come out winning. Because people want to be seen so bad, but then you go through your process in public, you know, and the lows, everybody gonna see the lows, and they wonder why people are bashing and doing all this stuff, because you're exposing yourself when you don't need to be. Like, fall back, build, do whatever you gotta do, figure out the kinks and stuff, and then when it's ready, present it to the public.
Facts. And I mean, when you do present it, just make sure you prepare for it, you know, because like I said, I know I'm going to Walmart and being like, look.
Is that how you're gonna sit in the meeting? Is this how we're gonna go to the? Okay, so
no, you
right here. Don't go like this.
I can tell you right now, I ain't playing that game. I ain't the one that's gonna be talking. I have somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, it ain't me.
And then they're gonna whisper in your ear.
No, I'm just gonna look. I'm basically just gonna be their cheerleader. I'm gonna be in there. Let me know if you need anything.
There you go.
If you need some stats or you need some material, just let me know.
Materials.
Just give me that number. Yeah, so San Antonio's very own has
That's you or them?
No, that's me.
Okay.
Them is them.
Perfect.
I got a them. It ain't this.
Get you a them, okay?
Better get you one. Better get you one. So, real quick, gotta have a little brief intermission. Shout out to everybody that's on Facebook. Again, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We Gotta Talk podcast.
Go watch last week. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
everybody loved
Forrest.
it.
Yeah, for sure. Go watch my man Forrest, man.
Slide in his DMs because he's waiting.
Shout out to Forrest.
Shout out to DJ OrigineL.
Shout out to. This is my
birthday. It's his birthday.
Same energy.
Everything.
Cal, we gotta talk. What we doing in the city, man?
30 more minutes remaining.
All right, but no. So going back to accountability, you know, I like I said, going back to accountability, just saying that it's important about how, like, if you have those friends, good relationships that people are kind of falling off or slipping, you know, going back to a resolution of 2019 and holding somebody accountable only in March, I think is really important. So,
well, they said this is when people, so 90 days is when you lose people. So I worked in retention, right? So, and this is how you have to go about your goals or even just things in your life. So let's say you come and you sign up to the Y. This is free game if you have a business. Say you come to my business and I engage you or whatever, or you sign up. Even if you don't sign up, right? I'm going to engage you at 1 week. And I'm going to say, thank you for signing up or thank you for stopping by. If you didn't, I'm going to say, hey, come back, check it out. Probably going to offer you something, added value that doesn't cost me anything, right? I'm going to offer you something, whatever. At 30 days, I'm going to engage you again, right? Because it's 3 or 2 weeks, depending on when I engage you the first time out. Maybe if you didn't have the money, you've gotten paid twice since then. Great. I'm going to engage you again at 30 days. Hey, I hope you're having fun at the Y. Come with this free fitness assessment if you need to. If you haven't come back. It's a new month. Let us get you started on your health journey, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to let you go. I'm not going to engage. 45 days, you can, but you don't have to. 60 days, I'm going to engage again. Even if you are already a member, I'm going to engage you at 60 days. I'm going to offer you something else, added value. Okay, you already come to the Y, but do you want to do personal training? Because by this time, you've built relationships. You're familiar with my brand. You're familiar with my values. I'm going to engage you at 60 days. This is too much free game because I pay people to tell them this. 90 days, if you're not, or if you are, I'm going to engage you again. If I have you at 90 days, you are 50 times more, 50% more likely to stay with me throughout that year.
I don't understand how you have so much gain for business, but you can't see that translates to people.
That's what I'm saying. No, I said everything.
No, but I'm talking about, so when we have these relationship talks, handle people the same
way.
If you handle people exactly like that.
Well, it depends. But not people I'm in personal relationship with. I'm not going to engage you at 30 days and be like, I'm going to holler at you at 45.
Boy, 30 days, guess what? Girl, look, 30 days, we having a Valentine's Day. What's up?
That is different. I'm not going to schedule my engagements. Like, I'm gonna note that, like, I think people have, like, markers in their brain about, like, okay, we're 3 months in, like, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm trying to retain you, so in 30 days, I'm going to give you the, and then at 60, I'm going to let you.
That's what, but it's so funny that in Tyler, what was that, Steve Harvey's
that
book?
is so dumb, and the book is dumb, too.
But anyway, whatever, that's for another day.
It's not, don't treat people like that, but with your business, or even with your goals, to keep yourself engaged, and you should be engaging your goals every day, but you should do check-ins at like 15, 30, 45, every 2 weeks. That's basically every 2 weeks. But you should be engaging your goals in the same way, because if you're not, they're gonna get bored.
And I mean, for me, that's what I say. I love the routine that I'm in at this time in my life because, like you say, I know that there's certain things that I need to do to decompress.
He killing them today, ain't he?
No, he's not.
Kill him, Kyle. You got a new nickname.
I just think it's important to decompress every time I get paid. So when I get paid, I go get a massage. I go do certain things that just allow me to calm down because I need to, because basically, but I'm saying that to say that you need to meet your expectations, your goals with the same energy every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like when you see these NBA players or NFL players, if they have a back-to-back game, as soon as they get out the game, they go home, they ice their legs, they need ice machines.
Yep.
And all, because they got to decompress to make sure that this next game tomorrow, LeBron James, the same lights are going to be on you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So I got to get ready. The same energy that I brought yesterday is the same energy I got to bring today. And that brings us to our conversation today, where it's like I said, we just checking in with you, have that same energy.
And if you can't, surround yourself with people who can hold you accountable. Because some people are like, no, I got it. Like, I'm going to go home and ice. And they go home and they're like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm going to. If you cannot hold yourself accountable, one, know yourself. Yeah. And surround yourself with people who can. Yeah. Don't be out here just doing your own thing.
And I would just say it's also important to be able to take criticism.
Absolutely.
To take criticism because as you get older, somebody that checks you needs to be somebody that is going to be real with you. And you might not hear what you want to hear. Like, you might not hear, you're doing such a good job and, I like what you're doing. Like, sometimes, hey, bro, your shit sucks, right? Like, it's not well.
Yeah.
And you would just hope and think that if they, value your opinion enough, they'll be able to change. Yeah. And I think that March is a good time because, like you said, we're about to end in the first quarter. You'll be going into April and going on. I might not know my months like that.
It's April. No, it's April.
April, May, June, July.
Don't send your babies to East Central.
Hey, man, watch out how you handle East Central, bro.
Hey, they need to watch out how they handle their students.
Man, anyway, we're about to end the first quarter. Check in with yourself. Check in with yourself. Have that same energy that you had January 1st.
Self-care is huge.
I mean, because just like they do about the gyms, it's like, January, you can't find a treadmill to run on in the gym, right? Because everybody in there at the beginning of the year.
It's super empty now. What? I'll be in that thing on 3 treadmills at once.
The thing is, what I love is the fact that social media, to me, has like amplified. It's like another piece of encouragement. For people that look at social media, like, bro, I see women in the gym every day. And that's from beginning of January, not her, but from beginning of January to December, it's like they're literally in there every day. You know what I mean?
I wasn't in the beginning, but somebody was like, sis, I thought he was going to be working out. And now I compete with people on my Apple Watch, and I'm always in the gym because, I guess that's accountability too.
I lost 1,000 calories in 2 hours.
That's not true. You should compete with me.
No,
but
no,
I compete with people.
I got evidence.
I stay in the gym because I compete with people.
1,000 calories.
That's not true. But like I'm in here working.
Right. When y'all see that medal, y'all are gonna see the watch.
The 6th place medal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, I was in 6th place, but guess what? You couldn't tell me nothing. I only seen 5 people ahead of me. Shit. That was it.
I don't know what the message was in that, but there was something for somebody.
I'm just saying.
No, self-care is huge. Please take care of yourself. The same energy you put into like going after your goals, into building, you have to do it into taking care of yourself. I was talking to a friend, and he's like building his own stuff, but he's like, I'm so tired, and I'm literally beating my body up because people are depending on me, and
you gotta let that go.
People can't depend on you if you're dead. That's a real thing, and that's what I told him. I was like, people can't depend on you if you're not here. You're killing yourself. For what? Mm-hmm. Build systems. And if you need help, we can help you. But build a system. Build something to help you sustain it without having to literally kill yourself and to deplete your energy and yourself.
I'll leave one example. It was just. I mean, I ain't never heard it, but they was just saying that when an airplane is about to crash, they tell you to do one thing first. you know, you have to, when the mask come down, you put it over yourself first, right? So you can't save anybody.
Right.
I don't care if it's your daughter, your
They tell you, don't
cousin.
put that baby's mask on first.
You cannot put no mask on somebody else before you put it on yourself, because you're gonna kill yourself trying to help other people rather than helping yourself first and then helping other people, right?
Okay.
So you don't know how many people you can help once you put your mask on.
Right.
You might have the best lungs in the plane. You might be able to help 30 people, but you ain't gonna know that if you put the mask on somebody else before you put it on you. So I say that to say, your friend, people that are watching included, make sure that you take care of yourself first and get to where you need to go first. And people that love you will understand. People that actually have an actual interest in who you are as a person will understand. Calvin's going to get his right now. He'll get me when he's ready.
Yeah.
Yasmine's going to get hers right now. She'll take care of me when she's ready. And those people that love you will understand that. The people that don't, won't. Right? So definitely if you one of those people that got a family members or cousins, nieces, uncles that are really looking at you for support right now, and you're like in the heat of the battle, and you just got your career, you working hard, you doing X, Y, and Z, bro, get where you going first.
Yeah.
Get where you going first. Once that's done, you'll be able to take care of whoever you want to take care of.
Big facts.
Period.
And budget for self-care. And
need to definitely
not
talk
just
about that too, for
money, right? You need to budget time for self-care. You need to, the same way you schedule your lunch or you schedule the gym, you need to schedule like downtime. You need to schedule for self-care. You need to budget actual money for self-care.
I be trying to tell my moms about that. Moms don't understand it right now.
It's not
I be
like,
Mom, you want to be, look, we can hang out, no problem. Let me know. Because Calvin likes me time. Like, bro, I will, every time I get off of work, I go have me some me time before I go home. Period, point blank. It's just like, it gives me time to relax, think, do what I gotta do.
He's real set in it. He don't want to go nowhere else. He don't want to do nothing else. Can't go get coffee for me time. He got to go do his thing. Real selfish.
Do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
It is, but budget for it. Make sure you have time.
Can I tell y'all real quick on how, like, just, now, you would look at this show and be like, you know what, Yasmine and Calvin are really cool. Like, they talk, they hang out, we really cool,
We
right?
can't hang out because he doesn't want to go anywhere except where he wants to go.
I was going through something. She was the only person I hit up. Like, yeah.
I said, Calvin,
I need
let's
a friend.
link, bro.
I need a friend.
Let's link.
Yeah, Calvin, I got you. What's going? Let her know what's going on. I said, Yasmine, can we meet here?
No, he did not.
No.
I said, meet me at Starbucks. He said,
no. I said, it ain't about you. You need to meet me where I need to meet.
But because I care about both of our health and I care about just our well-being and all of these things, I said, let's go somewhere mutually beneficial. Nope.
I just want y'all to know that it be the closest ones, the ones you love, them two. It be the ones. It be the one.
You gotta be careful who you keep close, because everybody don't care about what
all
you
I'm
care
saying
about.
is I held you accountable, bro.
But did you peep that? He said, let's link. I said, what do you need? I'm there.
It be the one.
He didn't have a place. I suggested a place. He was like, no. And then he just went, oh, I broke my necklace, guys. Oh my. Oh, but we can wear it like this. It's kind of cute.
Niggas know how to nigga rig anything.
I'm trying to tell you what to say.
Man, yeah, man. It was good. Great show.
They be the ones closest to you.
We off next Sunday. Make
Melanin
sure y'all
and
come out to
Mimosas.
Melanin and Mimosas comedy show.
My outfit's gonna be so cute.
Yours truly.
I'll let you know what time that is so you can.
I'm about to tell you, it's about to be so funny.
If you're a stand-up comedian, come. So I've invited other stand-up comedians, so it didn't look weird. No, I'm gonna help you out.
And it's gonna be really bad when I blow him out the water. This is an undiscovered talent that I'm about to get out.
This is 2 years in the making, so if it sucks, you had 2 years to get ready for this.
And I'm talking about, and you know what's funny is because I feel like I'm a rapper, because I just be in places, and as soon as I start thinking of something that's funny, I talk to myself about it and I just notate it. I'm like, yeah.
Well, you guys should come because it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something.
Man, we appreciate y'all for watching, man. Make sure you check in with your friends, hold them accountable.
Yes.
We in the first quarter, we're about to go into the second. You know what I'm saying? Resolutions, drive, and reverses, and then drive again. You know?
Still got 9 months to get it done. You guys are beautiful. Have a good week. We'll see you on Sunday at 4 at the South Street and Waffles. So excited. We're gonna celebrate.
Hey, you stop
Calvin.
talking. I'm doing my ending.
Is that your ending thing? Ooh, new year, new us. All right, go ahead. You guys have a beautiful week.